today was National Cheeseburger Day. I don't know who decides these things, but we had cheeseburgers. Today, however, is much more special than Cheeseburger Day. It's Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets, Rosh Hashanah. It's known by a few other names, but these are the things we're going to talk about today. It was not just randomly chosen by a purveyor of fast food. It was set in motion on the fourth day of creation by God himself, when he placed the lights in the firmament of heaven and said, "These will be for signs and seasons and sacred appointments." This is one of the sacred appointments. Happens every year, but the significance of the day is past and future. Right now, as with all of the holidays in the Bible, Passover, Pentecost, Feast of Tabernacles, Day of Atonement, First Fruits, all those, we celebrate them each year, but the fulfillment is either past or future. With the spring feasts, these were all fulfilled at the first coming of Christ. They were set in motion back in Exodus and, like I said, at the fourth day of creation, but you can read all about them in Leviticus and Exodus. However, the fall feasts are what is to come. It's a future event that we're still waiting on. The reason, it's awesome to me that you can separate and say the spring of the world has happened. And right now, we're in the summer months. Jesus many times called us harvesters. And the Feast of Trumpets is exactly the picture of calling in the harvesters. So in ancient Israel, they literally blow a trumpet 100 times. The last blast is the signal. If you haven't dropped your work by then, drop your work. You're coming in to celebrate the feast. What do we do with this now? A lot of people do nothing with it. But God said, keep the feast until I return. And the point is to know, hey, this has a lot of symbolism about my return. Not only am I going to call in the harvesters and you're finished, but this also is a day of the wedding ceremony of the Messiah to his bride, the church. There's a whole bunch of Hebrew stuff about the marriage agreement, the engagement, the groomsmen coming through the town saying the bridegroom is coming, the virgin, bride getting ready. We see this in Matthew 25. But all of these things are the terminology that is used for this feast. So as the spring feasts were fulfilled to the date, to the hour, some of them, so the fall feasts, Yom Teruah, Day of Atonement, and Tabernacles will be fulfilled on their actual day. And that's what we get to look forward to. It's a very special day for me, knowing my bridegroom is coming. And today, what I'm going to do about it is I'm just going to wait on him and have a little date and see what he has to say for me this year. I hope you have a fun time celebrating the Feast of Trumpets in your own way.